Hello everyone. I'm currently on holiday as you watch this, so I thought I'd do that sit down video with you today, explaining all about the skincare that I use. I put the question out there about doing a skincare video, how to make the most of everything in your 60s video, how to look better, I guess. What I do, and so many of you said, oh, please do that. So I thought this is the best time to do that. I'm going to run through all the favourite things that I wouldn't be without, try and give you some tips. We've just got to I just make the best of what my canvas, what I've got to work with. 62 years old, we just try and soldier through, keep trying to look our best. That's all we can do, isn't it? Now, I've never had anything invasive. If I could have Botox or fillers, I most certainly would. It's very expensive, I know, but I think I would be very tempted. Let me know in the comments if any of you have had fillers or Botox, and let me know your thoughts. I think I would love it if I could have it. Due to my allergies, I can't, so I literally just have to do the best that I can with creams, any of these little magical devices that I use. One thing that I will say is it takes time and effort. You will get out the effort that you put in. I've got 3 different skincare devices that I love and I wouldn't be without, and I use them religiously. I notice a difference if I don't use them. I've spoken about this a lot on YouTube before now. But you have to keep up with these items. You have to keep it all on the ball. Keep going. I will try to keep looking my best for as long as I can look my best, I guess. And that is it. Eating healthily, obviously, is a bonus. I lost a lot of weight last year and I thought I looked awful. Now my face is filling out a little bit again because I've put some weight on. It makes a big difference. Sometimes, this time last year when I was looking in the mirror, my face was so gaunt and sunken, and I just thought the wrinkles just stood out so much more. Now I've plumped myself back up a little bit more. I feel a lot better. One of the things that I do like to use is the B12. I've been using this a couple of years now. I use this about 3 times a week, this B12. I said, when I first started using this, I said it was like having a rocket up your backside. It gives me more energy. But B12 is famous for making, you know, if you have too much B12, you will break out in spots because your skin will become oily. So my thoughts are, I put this in and it's just giving that extra little bit of moisture as well to my skin. Obviously I'm not a doctor, so look deeply into it or consult your doctor before you take anything like this. My daughter recommended this to me and I used her bottle to start with just to give it a try to see how I got on with it, and I loved it and I've not stopped using it since. I get this from Amazon and it's really good. I always know if I've taken too much of it because I can't sleep. It's that's how much of a rocket it gives you. Let's get into the devices that I use. There's three that I would recommend. Infrared. Now I've got 2 devices that give out infrared. You know, if you're regulars here, you would have seen them. I've got this one from New Face. Infrared So what this will do, it plumps your collagen up. This does the same. This is the Amiro device. This is infrared and microcurrent. I don't know if you can see that red flashing in there. This one has to be plugged in. But infrared, what it will do, it will plump your collagen up. As we age, our collagen, so when we're younger, our collagen's like this. As we age, it flattens out and relaxes. Infrared will help plump your collagen and make it go back into that ball, and that's what gives the plumpness. So it's firming your collagen back up. I've also got the mask. Now I love these. You've most probably seen, you know, if you watch YouTube, you will have seen these devices. This is the same sort of thing. Can you see all the lights? This is a lovely, lovely, relaxing mask to use. And again, it takes about 10 minutes, I think, to use that. It takes about 10 minutes to use the current body one. There's so many of them out on the market now. I'll leave all these links down below. But yeah, again, that will plump up your collagen. It makes your skin more radiant as well. It's a really good piece of kit to have, and this is what I'm saying. So that's 10 minutes at least. So that's 10 minutes out of your morning or your night time. These devices will take about the same amount of time. What I like about the Amiro is it's microcurrent and infrared as well. So you're getting two things for the price of one in this. This is a very strong device. I remember when I first unboxed this, it really does pull the muscles, and that's getting into the next item that I won't be without, and that is microcurrent. Microcurrent is like an exercise machine for your face muscles. So this has always been a firm favourite for me. The Current Body New Face Trinity, and this is like, you just put so you put gel on your face. I buy mine from Amazon. I just use an ultrasound gel, cheap as chips, it lasts forever, and you put that on, and this will send the current through, and it will be tensing those face muscles. I always use it mainly here to try and stop that sagging in the jowls. This is the same thing. Now this is a stronger microcurrent device, but it's flat. That is the only thing, but you can really feel it pulling on your muscles. And I've got the new Zip Halo, and this is fantastic. This is tiny, look, but it's so powerful. And with this you get an app as well, so it will guide you through the facial movements of what to do on your face. So that's two anti-aging things that I swear by, and that is the microcurrent to help keep those muscles firm in your face, and then the radio frequency and infrared for plumping your collagen up as well. Again, they're time consuming. You've got to make that cup of tea and decide when is the best time in your day. I always do mine in the mornings because I'm on my own, and that will take me a good half an hour to complete that. If you want the results, you've got to put the time in, I guess, and I'm determined to. I notice a difference as soon as I stop using these devices, so I know that they work. And again, you know, I'm just trying to keep my skin looking as good as possible for as long as possible. Now let's get into the skincare. There's 3 items that I would not be without. The first one being retinoids. So retinoids will usually just have an exfoliation. I don't know how many years retinoids have been out now, but prior to that I always used a good exfoliator. So the older we get, the longer it takes for us to get new skin on our face. So if you're 40, they say it will take about 40 days for skin to be renewing, and we want to speed that up all the time. So you would exfoliate to take off that old skin to promote the new skin. Your skin will look more radiant, it won't look so sallow, it just gives you a nice, more polished, youthful look. And then retinoids came in. There's several different retinoids that I love. The one that I swear by and use the most is Alpha H. And this is a strong retinoid, ladies. And any of my followers will know that at the moment I'm using the Medicate Crystal Retinoid. This is. It's not overly strong, but it would be a good starting point. If you look on the Medicate website, they've got lots of different strengths of retinoids, and if you've never used them before, I would recommend starting off with a low version and then gradually building up. I only use this if I'm using it once a week. That is it. It's very strong, but it's the best I've ever used. It really is. I've used a lot of skincare brands, ladies. You all know I get sent a lot of stuff, and out of all the retinoids, this is the favourite one, but it is very strong. I do like this. It's more gentle and it does the job. It does do the job. But this one, you put this on after you've washed your face, and boy, you can feel it. You can feel it sinking into that skin. It is very strong. It's nearly empty. It's lasted me a long time. Look, the writing, I don't know if you can see that. The writing's even come off of this bottle. But I will be getting another one. So that's into the retinoids. And the retinoids will take off that dead layer of skin and promote your new skin. Now, no one ever says to use an exfoliant after, but I always like to, because I think that dead skin could still be laying on my face. You know, when you get that dry layer of skin and it's all cracked, polish it off. I like to polish it off. I'm loving this one called the X by Mantle. It's very good. It's a very, very fine grit. You can barely feel it, but it's just enough. The other one that I like to use is St. Ives Radiant Skin. It's got to be the pink one. They do lots of different versions, but this is lovely to use. It makes your skin feel really good. And I always feel like I've got a new skin after I've done that. I use the retinoid the night before, and then in the morning I'll get up and I'll use one of these, have a good exfoliation, and then I'll start to nourish my skin. And the first thing that I will use is a hyaluronic acid on its own. So this is what gives you the plumpness and puts the moisture back into your skin. I get this one from Derma. You can get lots of different hyaluronic acids. I always say the Glupia, you can tell if a hyaluronic acid is good. If it's too watery, it's not good. I try and find a gloopy one, and that will sink in, and it just gives it helps plump the skin up. Another thing that I like to use in the mornings is my Saint-Tropez tanning facial mist. This gives me that little bit, it's just a very light covering of tan. It's the finest mist. I don't know if you can see that. It's just such a fine mist. I use this every morning after I've cleansed. When I use a retinoid, I don't have any colour on my face the next morning because it takes it off. But this just gives me that, I don't know, it just makes me feel more youthful. I notice such a big difference when I don't have this on my face. I wake up in the morning and I think, oh, I look old and sallow and very pale. This just gives you that little bit of colour. If you're someone that doesn't like to wear any makeup, just try this for that little bit of healthy looking skin. It just makes me look healthier. I don't know why, but that's my desert island product. I would not be without that. So yeah, so I'll put that on and I wait for that to dry, and then I will get into my moisturiser. At the moment I'm using the Medicate Daily Radiance Vitamin C. This has got SPF in it. It's SPF 30. You all know when I've started using this, I'm just over a quarter of a way through the jar. It's lovely. I love it. It really plumps my skin. My skin feels good. It doesn't take long to sink in, so I can put my makeup on. It's a really, really nice moisturiser, and I love the smell of it. It smells of oranges. Super pleased with that. There's so many moisturisers that I could recommend to you. I will leave some linked down below. Always make sure you've got SPF, and that brings me into the last out of the 3 items. So my 3 main things for skincare would be retinoid, exfoliant and SPF. The best SPFs I've ever used, I would have to say is Beauty Pie. This is fantastic. This is SPF 50. I only use these SPF 50s in the summer. Through the winter, that cream will be enough for me with the SPF 30 because I've got makeup that's got SPF in it as well. But this is like a milk. It's super runny. It's not like a cream. It goes on a dream and it sinks straight into your skin. A lot of SPF 50s, they can be very heavy and very clay-like looking and not make your skin look good. So SPF 50, it's important to find a good one. There's a lot out there, they're absolutely awful, and your skin will look like it's had chalk covered all over it. This is the Medicate Advanced Day Ultimate Protect SPF 50. I've used this since, well, I started using this in January this year. This is a heavier cream than the Beauty Pie, but I found this to be very good because you don't get any chalkiness. It sinks in, it feels nice. On holiday I used just this as my moisturiser, not anything else. So yes, retinoid, exfoliant and SPF, very, very important. In the night times I'm using Mantle, the Dream Mask. This is the best cream I've used in years, ladies. I used this a couple of years ago and I loved it. I didn't go and buy it. I spoke about this not long ago, and being online, you get sent a lot of creams, a lot of skincare, and a lot of it is good. And then you will find that cream that really makes the difference, and that's what this does. I recently purchased this one because it was calling me, and I knew how good it was and the results that I get from this cream, and it's absolutely fantastic. And as I was saying the other week in the film when I unboxed this, I think when you go through a lot of moisturisers, you end up, take note of what is in that moisturiser. Take note of the ingredients. When you find one that's good, make a note of what's in it. And that's what I've done the last, well, I've been doing that a couple of years, and I noticed bok choy is very good for me, and niacinamide. So, and both of those ingredients are in this cream, and I think that is why it works for me. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the best for you, but it is for me. And this is what I'm saying. Take note of the ingredients in any creams that you buy. If you think it's really good, obviously go and repurchase it. It's obviously working for you. Take note of the ingredients, because if you can't get that cream anymore, you can look for a cream with those ingredients in. But yeah, this is the one for me, definitely. It's absolutely fantastic. What other things? One other desert island thing that I wouldn't be without, and that would be 8-hour cream. Look how flat it is, it's nearly all gone. But I've always got the next tube at the ready, and this is my longest standing skincare item ever. I've been using this since I was about 20. I read an autobiography on holiday by Britt Eklund. It was just something that I picked up, and she recommended this 8-hour cream, and I thought, oh, I'm going to give that a try, and I have never looked back. I have put this on my lips religiously every morning and every night since. Now, I'm not saying I haven't got any wrinkles at 62. Of course I'm going to have wrinkles. I don't have any lip filler, but I do think it's helped keep the lip lines at bay. And I will tell anybody, if you suffer from cracked lips, this is the stuff to use. I have never ever had cracked dry lips ever, and I've recommended it to a lot of friends and family. They use it and they keep on using it because it is the best. This is great for cuticles, it's great for the heels of your feet. You know, you can even use this on burns. It's good for sunburn. You can use it as a facial mask. There's a lot of things you can do with this Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream. It is their main selling cream ever from Elizabeth Arden, and that's why it's just, this is a cult product, and that's what I like it for my lips. Totally recommend, ladies. It's not expensive. At night time also I'm using the Medicate Vitamin C. This is like an oil. This is C Tetra Lux. Now if you look on the Medicate website, it tells you to use this in the morning after you've used the retinoid. I don't like it. I don't like it under my makeup, but boy is it lovely to use at night. It's like an oil going on, but it sinks into your skin. It doesn't stay like an oil slick, and I've used this a couple of nights in the week, and I think it's lovely. Plumps my skin up. Large pores. This was the other thing I wanted to talk about, and I've not featured this for some time. As we get older, our pores get larger. Exfoliating will help that, because you won't be getting so many blackheads. Your skin is encouraged to renew all the time. But I do have pores here, and if I don't use this they get worse. This is my little Microderma needle from Trini, London. It doesn't hurt. I use this once a week. It's a Derma roller. The needles are tiny, tiny. I can't even see them. I wouldn't even be able to see them with my glasses on. So you just roll that over your skin. It's not painful. Roll it one way, then roller it the other way. And this is doing a very similar thing to what an exfoliant will do. So this is puncturing the skin. So as soon as you're puncturing it, that sounds awful, doesn't it, puncturing the skin? You can't feel it. You can barely feel it, honestly. But it will puncture the top layer of your skin slightly. And your skin is going repair, repair, repair. And that's what helps with the large pores. It helps to shrink them. I'm quite lucky. I don't suffer a lot from blackheads, but where I use so much moisturiser and creams, your pores can get a little bit blocked, and if they do get blocked, over time they will get bigger, and that's why I like to use this Derma roller. So yeah, Trini London is a fantastic brand. I've used it for years and I totally recommend. I'll leave the website down below and you can read further into why this is good. I know Trini's got lots of films actually on that Derma roller. It might be worth you looking at them. I wanted to mention my face cloth. The Derma Works face cloth. They are the best, the absolute best for taking your makeup off. I just wanted to give them a quick mention. They feel lovely as well. Hair was the other thing that I wanted to talk about. Now, facial hair. If you've got a lot of facial hair, it can cause shadows. It can cause shadows which make wrinkles look deeper as well. I always have one of these mirrors handy. You can buy them in the local supermarket, Superdrug, anywhere like that. Because as we get older, our eyesight goes, doesn't it? Well, I know mine certainly has. I could not live without this. I could not live without this mirror. It comes with a little suction pad and I put that on my swivel mirror. I don't have that here. And it sits on there and I can see any hairs coming through. And then I've got my Tweezerman tweezers. And I think getting rid of facial hair is a big thing. You know, sometimes I look, every morning I can get up and I think, God, I've sprouted more hairs. I'm always fiddling with my chin thinking, have I got a hair? So I keep this handy just to make sure that I can see any of them hairs coming through. The joys of getting older, eh ladies? I think it's so important. Go and get waxing done or get wax strips. I think it's very important to stay hair free because like I say, it does cause shadows and you will look more youthful without it. I think that is it. I think that is it. A bit of a quick one from me this week, but as I said, I'm on holiday and I look forward to sharing that with you. Let me know if you're using anything that you swear makes a difference to your skin. I'm always open to learning myself. I only know what I like because it's what I've been using for years. Let me know if you found anything new that's really making a difference to you. And hopefully you will try some of these tips as well. And any questions that you might have, comment down below and I will always get back to you. My email is always listed in the description box if you would like a private chat. or got any questions that you don't want to appear online, and I will also get back to you that way as well. Any help that I can give, I'm here, ladies. Anyway, that's enough waffle from me. Love to you all. I'll see you in the next one.